A 50-cent glue stick and a Roxanne Baste-It are sitting on our work table right now. And honestly, we use both. The trick nobody tells you is knowing which one to reach for. If you've been to a show, you've heard it. Maybe you've said it. Why would I buy the fancy glue when a school stick is 50 cents? We get it. We really do. So let's not pretend the cheap tube is garbage. It isn't. We keep a pile of them in the studio. But a studio full of textile work is like a studio full of any art. You reach for what the job actually needs. Think about how a painter buys supplies: student paper for warming up, the good cotton rag for the piece that's headed to a frame. We do the same thing with glue. 3 tiers. School glue, practice, play, beginner workshops. Low stakes, get out of your own head, basting. Permanent sticks, the UHU kind. Mixed media, art-forward work, some visible mending where we want it to stay put. And Roxanne Baste-It. That's what we reach for on the pieces meant to last. Gallery work, commissions, the quilt someone's still holding in 50 years. None of that's a knock on the cheap tube. It's just knowing which tool got invited to which party. Here's the difference you feel in your hands. When we're doing the stitching-heavy work we love, sashiko, EPP, appliqué, mending, the wrong glue becomes a real problem. The heavy, gummy sticks hold the fabric, sure, but they dry stiff, and the glue transfers onto your needle. By hand, that's a rubbery drag, thimble sliding, hand aching. We've literally stopped to wipe our needles with alcohol just to keep going. On the machine, it's worse. The glue melts onto the needle from the heat. Now it's tacky, grabbing at the fabric, pulling it, throwing off stitches, skipping them. And then the part that really stings, the thread snaps. We've traced more than one broken thread back to exactly that. We're not waving a lab report at you. This is just what happens at our work table. But it's consistent enough that we trust it. Roxanne dries light and flexible. The needle slips right through. No wipes, no melting, no mystery breaks. Just smooth, rhythmic stitching, which is the whole reason we sat down in the first place. One more thing, and this one keeps us honest. You know those brown and yellow stains on old quilts? Most of us recognize them. Fewer of us ask what causes them. A big part of the answer is the adhesives. Old glues go acidic as they break down, and that acid migrates into the fibers. Same reason conservators obsess over acid-free everything. Roxanne is acid-free and pH neutral. We won't overpromise and call it archival. That word carries decades of testing behind it. But acid-free and pH neutral? That will stand behind. It means today's work is still here for the folks who come after you. So keep your 50-cent tube. Use it with joy on the low-stakes stuff. But when the fabric matters, the fancy glue isn't actually fancy. It's just the better tool. There's a right tool for every project. The whole trick is knowing which is which. Stitch on, folks.